I know I've asked you guys to hold your tongues a little bit on the roster, but if you want to get into it for a little bit, Brad, I know you were like, you've mentioned the three
I have all the names
freshmen
written down
from
already.
you mentioned the three freshmen from West
Same.
Virginia about 40 times. So what do you got for me?
Yeah, they got a 4-star freshman, Hawthorne, 6'8", from Huntington High School, which is a very prestigious high school in West Virginia. Andrew Wiggins played there, Huntington Prep.
Fun
They have him
fact.
committed, and then they have 2 SoCal Academy commits. Odie, a 4-star, 6'4" freshman, and McLean, a 4-star, 6'9", will be a freshman. Teammates in high school. They're both committed to West Virginia. I imagine he's going to bring his guys, right? Like with the portal being available, all they got to do is jump into the portal and go, even though they signed their, what do you call it? NLI?
Eh,
It's so
no,
confusing because
their
it's an
national
NLI.
letter.
NLI.
It's an
Those,
NLI.
yeah, those things
NLI.
are flimsy though now. It's like there's not even a national signing day. It's like you
Yeah.
sign it and then you can like sign your portal paperwork and hand them in together. Like it's
They're useless. So I imagine he's going to bring all 3 of those guys in, which would put with Cups in the portal, we're up to 11 scholarships out of 15 because it kicks into 15 next year. With it was at 13 this year.
Yeah,
Up
with
to 15, which is
Sizely
kind of huge
and
because we're already
Zerna.
at 11 right now.
Yeah.
Assuming those freshmen come, and that's not even including Tucker DeVries. That's 12. That leaves about 3 spots.
But that's
Kinda
also
wiggle room.
assuming those numbers are also assuming that people are going to stay,
Yes,
which
of
I
course.
think there's going to be a lot of turnover on this roster. I'm interested to see who he prioritizes. I mean, I know I already talked about Rice. Goom, you talked about K9, right? So my
Yeah.
list was I put it into tiers. Tier 1, Miles Rice, first call. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Miles Rice in the new system, I want to see what that's like when that kid's on. He's one of the better guards in the country. So I want to see what he looks like, especially with Tucker next to him. Um, Number 2, Malik Renew, right? I know Malik's caught a lot of flack over the last year and a
My
half
guy.
from our fan base. The kid's a Hoosier. The kid is a Hoosier, and
I
him
love
in
the
a
guards. That would be my first phone call, and I would be
yeah.
on the phone with him until I got a commitment.
It would also make him the only senior besides Tucker DeVries on the roster.
Yeah, exactly. He's been at
Huge.
IU for 3 years. He saw the Trace teams. He saw the teams that struggled. He's
Yeah.
played with good players. He's played with bad players. I think seeing him in a new system would also be refreshing just to see how they utilize him, right? Like, because if Malik can play some 5, maybe you get some new coaching, just even rebounding, right? He's never going to be able to guard the 5. But if he can rebound with a 5 or at that close to that college 5 level, along with being able to see the double just a tiny bit better. I mean, that kid's he's a floor raiser and he's a guaranteed 12 points a game at minimum. So Malik's number 2 in tier 1. And then number 3 is one of the incoming guys. It's Trent Sisley. The kid has been an absolute dog this year at Montverde. It was the best decision that I've seen a college kid make or a high school kid make in terms of transfers in a while. And he's gotten better at shooting the 3. He's gotten better at defending. He's blocking shots. He looks versatile. I really like this kid, so I hope there's a priority of keeping him in Bloomington. I'm sure there is. Like, I'm sure,
I will I
you
will
know.
say he responded to the
Yeah.
like welcome Coach DeVries graphic like locked in or something like that. So I think it's pretty safe to say. And they also got a verbal commit from Haroon
Yeah,
Zorno. Zerno
Zerna.
said he's coming regardless. He said, I'm
Yeah,
riding for Bloomington regardless.
exactly. How could
Love
you
it.
not?
I love
AMF,
that guy.
bro. Water lungs. I feel you, Zerna. I feel you, brother.
He's
No,
20, bro.
Trent, I mean, I don't even think it's a question if those guys want to come. It's more just like, would DeVry have his own plan in mind? But obviously, with there being so many spots open, I'm sure that like guys that are 4-star recruits on Montverde that already want to come to IU aren't gonna get told to leave. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
he's not. He's
I'm
coming.
assuming.
Both those freshmen are coming. because you get a freshman on campus, like clearly talented guy, got the Indiana offer. Now it's your guy. All of a sudden, that's your freshman. You're going to be with him for 4
Yeah,
years. Like that, he's a
exactly.
talented guy. Like you want to work with that. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, got the portal, but you're going to give him a shot his freshman year. I think that's what any good coach would do. Yeah, which is
I
why
feel you.
I'm pretty heavily like those 2 Indiana commits and those 3 West Virginia commits are going to be our like little core
Of
building
freshmen.
blocks for the future, which is
I like
really
it.
exciting.
Tier 1A, right? 1A because it's gonna be controversial for some. But, if Mgbako is staying in college ball, which right now I assume he is, but
Oh,
you
he
never
is.
know.
Oh, he's staying in college
Well,
ball.
you
He
never
better.
know with some of these guys. Some of these guys like hate college so much they'll go get undrafted and just grind it out in the G League. But assuming Mgbako is staying in college ball, he's too talented. You saw it. You've seen it
No,
time and time again.
no,
He's too
I'm with you,
talented.
Pundit. Speak.
no.
If I
But
was the dude from
No.
Around the Horn, RIP Around the Horn, I would be doing the up arrows right
the
now.
up arrow,
Doo, doo,
God,
doo,
No.
that'd
doo.
be a good show. That'd be a good like YouTube show,
Yeah, they
honestly.
should put a show like that on ESPN, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, who
Go
would have
ahead.
thought? No,
The one,
Mbako's too talented. He's a bucket. He can shoot the rock. He had too many lapses. He obviously has red flags in his game for sure. Rebounding, defense, just
passing, dribbling.
staying in a game, right? But like kind of like Rice, when you saw him at his most attentiveness and best and aggressive, he's going to the rim, finishing with 2 hands. He's spotting up for open threes. He's taking those little middies. Like the kid's got an offensive bag to him that no one else on the team has. So, I put him
100%. That's
below
also part of the
like
frustration of watching him is that like you see those
exactly.
moments and you're like, holy shit, that kid looks literally like I don't know, like pick your
Yeah,
favorite 6'8" wing scorer in the NBA. And then there are just the
plays like
stretches where
Carmelo.
it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he does. He
He's
does play a
awesome.
lot. Like I was gonna say Melo, but I didn't want to go there. But he's a Jersey kid, and it's all that.
He plays like
Melo is
Melo.
the reason he committed in the first place.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
surprised to see him stay with that being said.
He had a
There's
good
gonna be a lot of
relationship with Woodson, so it's like I don't know. We'll see.
there's gonna be a lot of kids
I
or there's
hope
gonna be a
I'm
lot
with
of
you, Ponder.
programs. There's gonna be a lot of programs going after that
Can I
kid.
do my
Like,
spew on McKenzie Mgbako?
do it.
I think McKenzie Mgbako is one of the most talented offensive scorers I've seen in maybe probably the past 3 years. He's like one of the just pure when he's on, just forget about it. I'm shocked when it misses. Everything else about his game is a net negative. His decision making when passing the ball, his dribbling ability, his defense, his rebound. I remember I saw him box out one time, and I was like, "Man, if he does that, he might be valuable enough
Yeah,
for
you
like
texted
to
us
win
and you were
championship."
like, "Oh my god, he boxed out." I was like, "All
The
right,
the
relax."
one the one game we did not start Mgbako, and he only played 8 minutes. We beat Purdue by 15. It wasn't even close. It's just, and it was just so obvious to me that the reason why that was happening is because you don't have traffic cone Mgbako out there. And as I'm not trying to like tear down the kid, I think he's super talented. And I think it's funny because like toward the end of the year, like he's figuring it out a little bit on the defensive end. He really was. And like he was trying at least, and he was making less mistakes than he normally does. Like you could see the intensity at least was there, which is great to see because most of the year it's just like his hands are down. He's like flat-footed, standing around, like not even in like position to like help at all or like be on his guy. Like he's just in no man's land a lot of the times. And it's just very frustrating to watch when he's so goddamn talented on offense. It's like you can't even play the kid. Like there's a lot of coaches out there that wouldn't play him. I promise you that. And I would love to see him get a shot. And maybe DeVries is like, hey, if you can turn it up on defense a little bit, I'll give you a shot. But that is a guy where if he ended up leaving for whatever reason, I wouldn't think it's the worst thing because I see 3
That's
guys
fair.
that are underclassmen on West Virginia's squad that clearly DeVries already trusts those guys, and he might like them more than an Mgbako that can. Sure, yeah, he can put up 18 for you on any given night, but like at what cost? You know,
Fair.
like
That's fair. I don't disagree with anything you
yeah,
said. And
Said, but at
gonna
what
give us
cost?